I'm going to show you everything you need to know about the coming NFT bull run so that you can prepare now. Some say that we're already in an NFT bull run, and they're not necessarily wrong. But my opinion is that we're just at the beginning, and 2022 is going to be a massive year for NFTs. I'm Devin Cook. Get ready to run with the bulls. And welcome back to Dev Money. All right, YouTube friends, so what signs do we have that point to a bull run for NFTs? Well, there's quite a few that we need to talk about. For starters, we gotta look at the trading volume because this is gonna show how much money is being poured into NFTs on a daily or a monthly basis. And the daily volume on OpenSea just hit a new peak, the likes of which we haven't seen since back in August. On January 3rd, we had $255 million in volume just on OpenSea. And January 2nd and January 4th had some pretty high numbers as well. December was the second highest month of OpenSea volume at $3.2 billion, coming just shy of August, which came in at $3.4 billion. And just in the first 5 days of January, we've had over $1 billion in OpenSea volume. And if that trend continues throughout the rest of January, we would be looking at about $6 billion in volume on OpenSea, which is almost double what we saw back in August. Now, personally, I don't think we're gonna hit that $6 billion mark in January. A lot of dominoes would have to fall into place for that to happen, but I do think we're gonna see a record-breaking month in January, regardless of how close we get to that $6 billion mark. And if you're watching this a month from now and we actually did hit $6 billion in January, well, I've been wrong before. So what are the primary factors that are driving all of this volume? Well, there are a couple of key factors that are signaling to investors that NFTs are a worthwhile investment. And of course, that just causes more retail and institutional investors to start piling in. The first of which involves OpenSea because they're the real juggernaut when it comes to NFT marketplaces. OpenSea recently raised $300 million for their digital NFT marketplace, which values the company at $13.3 billion. They received this funding from Coatue and Paradigm, which are both investment firms focused on the technology sector. And OpenSea says that they have 4 main goals for this funding. First, they want to accelerate product development. With this goal, they're looking to lower the barrier of entry with NFTs and accelerate multi-chain support. They're also going to prioritize making improvements that will help people find, discover, and showcase their new NFTs. Their second goal is to significantly improve customer safety and customer support. And this will be a very welcome improvement for anyone that's using OpenSea now or in the future because we all need better customer support when it comes to OpenSea. Their third goal is to meaningfully invest in the wider NFT and Web3 community. Here, what they really want to do is raise the profile of emerging creators and really invest in the people that are shaping the NFT marketplace. And their fourth goal is to continually grow the OpenSea team. And they've already started to do this by hiring Shiva Rajaman as the new VP of product, who has already worked for Meta, Spotify, WeWork, and YouTube in the past. And word has gotten out that OpenSea is considering going public at some time in the future. And to me, this isn't really a big surprise considering how large OpenSea has become. I mean, Coinbase basically did the same thing just last year. But there has been a lot of backlash from the NFT community, with many saying that OpenSea shouldn't be focusing on going public and they should be giving back to the NFT community. After this news broke, the CFO of OpenSea went on record to say that they are not planning an IPO, and if they did, they would definitely be involving the community. And another factor that we can't ignore and is playing a role in the uptick in sales that we're seeing is more high-profile celebrities buying into NFTs. Recently, Slim Shady, aka Eminem, just recently purchased a Bored Ape that cost $460,000 and looks strikingly similar to Eminem in real life. So why does all this even matter? What does it even mean? Well, it means that more smart money is being poured into NFTs, and this isn't something new because we've seen this in the recent years with crypto, and now that we're seeing this more with NFTs, this just means that we're getting more mass market adoption of NFTs. Because when smart money is being poured into a new sector like NFTs, the retail investors will inevitably follow. And this really makes sense because if a massive investment firm that has almost $50 billion in assets under management like Coatue sees an opportunity with NFTs, well, there's probably an opportunity with NFTs. Go figure. So how is all of this actually affecting the NFT projects that you're probably well aware of? Well, in the past 7 days, Bored Ape Yacht Club trading volume is up 116%. CyberKong's volume is up 162%. Primate Planet is up 223%. Doodles is up 330%. Deadfellas is up 648%. And Super Rare is up almost 1200% in volume. And as the trading volume and demand for a project goes up, we oftentimes see an increase in the floor price as well, because as as more people want a product like an NFT, the more people are gonna have to pay for it. So before I give you my strategy on how to profit from this bull run, where are we even at with this whole thing? Are we right at the beginning of the bull run, or are we somewhere in the middle, or are we even right at the peak and we're just gonna crash and tumble from here? Well, that's really gonna depend on whether you're looking at a micro or more of a macro time frame. Because if your time frame is a couple of hours, a couple of days, or maybe a week, well, it's pretty hard to say, because the shorter your time frame is with investing, the harder it is to predict what's going to happen with any reliable degree of accuracy. But if you're looking over a long time horizon, especially if you're talking several years or even a couple of decades, this question gets a lot easier to answer. But the time frame that we're going to focus on right now is 2022. Where do we fall in terms of the 2022 NFT market? Well, my opinion, and feel free to disagree with me down in the comments, love to talk about it, but my opinion is that we're really just getting started. We've had a great start to 2022, probably better than most people expected, but I really think we're still only going up from here. Now, don't get me wrong, we could definitely see a pretty substantial dip in terms of the volume we're gonna see in the next couple of days. That could definitely happen. But when you look at an investment like the stock market, crypto, or NFTs, on a daily basis, on an hourly basis, you're gonna see some micro adjustments. It's like riding a roller coaster. Sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes down, and it's actually changing every minute of every day. That's why I'm not concerned with micro timeframes. It's just so much harder to predict, and you're gonna see a lot more volatility. So expect a couple of price corrections and volume corrections throughout 2022. I am by no means saying that we're just gonna go straight up from here to the end of 2022. Not at all. With stocks, we see a 5% correction on average every 1.1 years, and we all know that crypto and NFTs are far more volatile than the stock market. I think that when we get to the end of 22, these volume graphs are gonna look pretty similar to how they're looking for 2021. We're definitely gonna see some dips and some price adjustments, but the overarching theme is gonna be an upward trend, or at least that's my opinion. And the reason I feel so confident about this is because there are a couple of key things that are gonna happen in 2022 that I think are gonna be really huge for the NFT market. We're going to see Twitter fully implement NFTs into their platform with their NFT verification process. We're going to see the launch of the Coinbase NFT marketplace, which should bring a flood of new people into NFTs. And we should also see Ethereum 2.0 and the move to the proof of stake consensus mechanism. And we're going to see some more large multi-billion-dollar companies enter the NFT market, either with a collaboration of some sort or with their own NFT collection. So consider these the early days. We're still at the very beginning of NFTs. Now, what is my strategy to profit from the NFT bull run in 2022? Well, there are 5 NFT trends that I'm really watching and that I think will provide the biggest opportunities. The first is with gaming, specifically play to earn gaming, because they're really going to revolutionize the entire video game industry. NFT games like Axie Infinity already have a massive user base, and we're going to see more and more brands build games using the play to earn formula. The second one I'm watching is virtual land. And I know you're probably seeing all across the internet talk about digital real estate, virtual land, and you're probably just tired of it by now. And if you haven't seen it, you probably will. Virtual land is essential to the metaverse, and we've already had big celebrities and big brands buying up land in the metaverse. Just like buying land on Fifth Avenue in Manhattan or Rodeo Drive in LA would have been an excellent investment 100 years ago, there will be some plots of virtual land that will provide that same level of opportunity. And third is with the music industry. We saw a bit of NFT integration in 2021 with music artists, but in 2022, this is really gonna explode. And the reason being is that the music artists are gonna have a lot more control over their music, and if they can cut out the production label and go straight to the consumer, well, that's gonna allow a lot more decentralization, and that's really what we all want. And the fourth is with wearable NFTs. Think luxury and fashion NFTs. Just like we're gonna need virtual land in the metaverse to build all the games, shops, and event locations, we're also gonna need wearable NFTs so that we can customize our avatars. And the fifth is event NFTs. Just like we recently had a virtual concert from Justin Bieber, we're gonna have countless virtual events that are held in the metaverse. And the more celebrities and sports stars that we have involved with NFTs and the metaverse, the faster this is all gonna be built out. Now, I know that was a lot of information, and I really just glossed over those 5 opportunities, so if you wanna learn more about just how big those opportunities are, make sure to check out this video right here.